sometimes transitions may cause anxiety and a lot of discomfort and challenging feelings, and we will be discussing about strategies that might help you to cope better with transition and anxiety. And this session is devoted for anyone who is trying to change their career, their education, trying to achieve certain things, and experiencing a lot of uncertainty, or being exposed to different environments that they don't know. And it can be useful for students, for teachers, or anyone who might be experiencing these challenges. So, one of main causes of anxiety is relating differently to uncertainty, and this generally triggers the most problem and anxiety. And acceptance of genuine uncertainty, accepting the fact that uncertainty can be everywhere, is one of the first steps that can be taken if you want to create different relationship with uncertainty. This might help you to accept that everyone is experiencing certain levels of uncertainty in their lives, and there are two ways of accepting uncertainty: either seeing it as a something to feel scared, fear, and anxious, and use your energy in that way, or another strategy is to accept that uncertainty is everywhere and to try to create opportunities, environments, and use your energy and time for for creating new chances and new chances. Accepting the fact that uncertainty is everywhere and freeing energy for engagement in things that matter for you, and asking yourself what's important for you at that point, and how you can respond to uncertainty and challenges that you are having, and asking yourself, even if I don't know where I'm going right now, or even if I don't know the outcome, how can I make the most of my time? How can I use my life, my time, in order to create meaning, to add meaning in my life? And if this involves environments such as schools, learning environments, for instance, if it involves traveling, this means that you value learning, and this means that you value creating new connections, you value, you care about your identity, and you value genuine effort and authentic connection. And these values are available for you in any environment. So even if your mind tells to you at that moment that you don't know how to connect, you don't know how to relate to these uncertainties, to stress, reminding yourself about past experiences, how you coped in the past, what helped you to connect in the past, what helped you to cope better, to overcome challenges, and to stick to what matters, are some strategies you can ask yourself anytime when you feel anxious or you feel stuck. And acceptance commitment therapy talks about engaging with new environment academically and socially without waiting for certainty to feed or outcome. So even knowing that maybe people might criticize you or you might experience some challenges, finding your why and finding your motivation, what helps you to keep going, why this work is important for you, why you are trying to learn, what are some values or what's important for you underneath all this chaos and stress, and taking steps even when you don't feel confident, when you don't feel courageous, and redirecting your attention and noticing where is your attention at that point, and from which perspective are you considering the current challenges. Is this from perspective of fear, anxiety, challenges, difficulties, or is this perspective of caring, contributing, and doing that matters for you? And the engagement itself generates information and connection that reduces uncertainty over time, and once you start taking small steps, uncertainty starts to fade away and you are creating your own action, your own life. You are becoming more capable. You are believing in your capabilities, and generally motivation and confidence increases once you start taking steps. When have you navigated a major change successfully before? What was there about your mindset? What did you notice about yourself when you succeeded this in the past? What helped you? What supported you? What other people noticed about you when you successfully navigated challenge or you were able to adapt to new environment, building on past resilience rather than treating the current transition as unprecedented is one of first steps you can take. So noticing your thoughts, what thoughts you have about this challenge or about uncertainty, about difficulties, what's your mind is telling you. Maybe it's telling that you don't have enough resources, you don't have enough skills, or this is too difficult. And then you can ask yourself how you want to respond, even when knowing that there are a lot of problems, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of factors that you cannot control. How do you want to respond to it? How do you want to make meaning from it? If there is a stress, if there is a challenge, what do you want to create using it? And if the transition were going well, or if you started to respond to these challenges in the manner that you want to respond, for instance, asking yourself how you would like to take these challenges, how you would like to proceed through these difficulties. Maybe you want to see patient version of you, maybe you want to see kind version of you, maybe you want to see confident or contributing version of you. If this version already has started showing up, and even if the anxiety, if the stress, challenges were here, what would be the first sign that you are already taking steps, you are moving towards that confident, that contributing, the kind version of you? How would you know that you're already moving to the right direction? What would other people notice about you? What would you be doing? How would you feel? And uh, this creates a concrete vision to move forward. And oftentimes, when we feel scared or when we feel anxious, this can be related to your identity. Maybe you feel stuck and you are thinking just about one version of you. Maybe you are thinking about your career, that you are performing not good, and at that point you are stuck at just colleague version of you or student version of you. However, there are many other versions, and there is freedom of self, and there are, for instance, parent version of you, there are kid version of you. Maybe you are someone's child, you are someone's daughter or son, you are someone's granddaughter, and there are always exceptions. In any other fields, maybe you were more successful, and noticing those exceptions and fields where you are more successful, and understanding what created this success, what contributed for you to succeeding or showing up that version more often in the past, and also noticing what difference did it make for you when you were able to be confident, for instance, in your parenting, when you could be more contributing in your relationships, or maybe when you could be more patient in your work. What difference did it make for you? What did it mean for you? And what did you notice about you? What change it created for other people, for your environment? These questions can help you to realize that actually you have a lot of skills, resources, and qualities that you have already successfully used in the past, and that helped to that preferred version of you to show up more often, and you can use them again. And this would help you to increase your confidence and to get out from that stuck version of you. When building new support networks, research shows that when people are socially active, when they have enough social support, all mental illnesses are decreasing, all symptoms are decreasing, and people are able to adapt faster, to cope with challenges faster. Even if, for instance, according to another research, when certain groups of people were exposed to trauma or to difficult circumstances, those who were having better social connections and social support available were able to recover faster, were able to cope better, and therefore maximizing your social connections, maximizing your support is another strategy you can use if you want to support yourself in this transitioning period. And normalizing adjustment periods. Most academic transitions involve from 3 to 6 months adjustment period before genuine comfort and performance capacity return, and accepting that these challenges are a normal part of life and that everyone is experiencing these challenges is another strategy that can be used. And impermanence reminder. Transition difficulty is impermanent. The current uncertainty, discomfort, and social adjustment are time limited, and competence and connection that feel so uncertain now will be built, and they have built in every previous environment. And noticing that these problems and challenges are not going to last forever, that there is an end for it, and remembering how you coped in the past. Maybe you also uh, felt that this is too difficult, that change of routines is too difficult for you, and it's difficult to cope, and sometimes it might be feeling unbearable, but reminding yourself that maybe you felt this way in the past, and well, again asking what helped you during those moments, what helped you to recover, what helped you to cope, what helped you to stay resilient, might give you some insights on how you can cope better. And at the beginning of any new academic context, setting intentions and asking yourself, how do you want to respond in the face of these difficulties? How do you want to show up in the face of this stress? And what values do you want to guide your engagement? And what kind of student or colleague do you want to be here, regardless of outcomes? These value statements provide a stable guide when external circumstances in flags. And so, writing about your successes in previous transitions, maybe journaling or sharing it with people whom you value, is another strategy that might help. And who was most supportive in your environment, and what was there about you that helped you to receive this support, or if you have asked for support, for instance, how did you do that, which strategies did you use, and if you used certain qualities or skills that helped you to cope with that environment. uh, what helped you to learn those qualities, from whom did you learn it, and what helped you to adapt them to you and to use them when you are experiencing challenges? And what was the first sign that things were getting better when you were coping with transitions and trying to adapt? Applying these specific strengths deliberately to your current transition. And engagement commitment, making one specific committed social or academic engagement in your new environment, setting plans and trying to make them as certain as possible and detailed as possible, and not waiting to feel settled or to feel ready first, acting in service of your belonging values, and belonging feeling before the belonging feeling arrives are some other skills you can try to use. And writing and carrying that transition adjustment typically takes from 3 to 6 months, and that this discomfort is normal and it's temporary, and it's just showing you that you care about your environment, you care about your feelings, about your identity, and you want to adjust, you want to adapt, and changing your relationship with challenging feelings you might have, and evaluating your fit and performance in this environment after you have genuinely settled awesome strategies that you can use. I try to share strategies from acceptance, commitment therapy, and social focused brief therapy. I hope this session was helpful for you. If you want to learn more about these topics, I will continue to share my research and articles in the next session. So don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. Take good care of yourself and see you in the next sessions again.